by some whistleblowers within the community. From there, the case was, general inquiry file was opened at Arua Regional Police Headquarters. A team of said officers went to Kololo Seed Secondary School to ascertain the level of construction and then to ascertain the facts on these complaints which were raised on the unfinished constructions. And indeed it was found that the constructions were not completed. There were a number of projects within the... According to the report our officers got, about 1,900,000,000 Ugandan shillings was signed by the concerned parties to finish up these projects. But then the money was signed, it got continuing with inquiries as to who erred where. That's why these district leaders were picked to assist police with investigations because of their roles they play in supervision, in monitoring, in issuing of the certificate of payments and so on. They have their roles to play. That's why they were picked by police to assist police with investigations. Some of them are responsible for monitoring, others are responsible for issuing the payments, others are responsible for signing the payment certificates. Actually, all of them signed. So the issue is, why did they sign on the payment certificate when work has not been completed? And this is a contract which was supposed to be for 1 year, but now it has taken 3 years, about 3 years, without being completed. Everything has been abandoned and they are saying there's no money to finish up. So who erred where? As police, we had to move in to carry out these investigations. At the rightful time, the case file will be compiled, the file will be forwarded to the DPP for advice, and then further action will be taken on them. And these are not the only people that we're investigating. There are a number of others that we are going to require to give any statements so as to establish facts into these allegations. So as police, we are yet summoning other people to come and give in their statements so that we are able to come up with the truth on these allegations. Actually, anytime they are going to be transported, they are going to be transferred to, say, the headquarters, Kampala, and then from there, of course, they will be handed over to whichever department is there. They can be handed over to anti-corruption, or they can be managed accordingly. No, they can't sanction now yet. It is the DPP, the Director of Public Prosecutions, that will sanction their case file. They are going to read through, then they will give advice. Yeah, they will even recommend on appropriate charges. What we have right now is at general inquiry level. And then they will peruse through the statements of witnesses, of the suspects, then they will prefer appropriate charges on the people arrested. Others are still at large, but at the rightful time, they will be picked up to assist in investigations.
Earlier today, the last set of the Diploma in Education secondary students of Muni National Teachers College were able to take part in an election of the guild leadership of the college after 3 years without the college having guild leadership due to the COVID-19 that in one way or the other negatively and positively affected the operation of the college. According to the Chairman Electoral Commission of the college, Henry Atiku, the position of the guild president attracted 2 candidates, with 15 positions having unopposed candidates who are waiting to be sworn in. Dennis Oringi reports.
Early today, the last set of the Diploma in Education secondary students of Muni National Teachers College were able to take part in the election of the guild leadership of the college after 3 years without the college having guild leaders due to COVID-19 that in one way or the other either negatively or positively affected the operation of the college. According to the Chairman Electoral Commission of the college, Henry Atiku, The position of the Guild President attracted 2 candidates, with the 15 positions having unopposed candidates who are waiting to be sworn in.
Got the Guild President, which is contested by 2 male students, and then the Vice President, which is contested by 2 ladies. And we have got 23 other positions of GRC, which are contested on average by 2 candidates or 3. 15 of them have gone unopposed.
Unlike in other higher institutions of learning that during election the students tend to exhibit sense of indiscipline, this has not been the case with Muni National College, as early in the day the students have been calm. James Peter, a student of history and Christian religious education, also one of the contestants for the Guild President position, says if given mantle of leadership, the students' welfare at the college will be improved.
I saw one of the priorities that I wanted to put forward is on the health section. I really need to have good health services being delivered to my teacher trainees as one of the best things that all over worldwide, countrywide, we need that a person to be normal and a person to be live enough, it should be healthy. The other thing we realized, someone who is believed to be fed well is a person who is healthy. I also realized one of the factors here is there is a little bit of poor feeding. No matter of the ratio, you will realize maybe on the ratio and even the quality of food being prepared to the teacher trainees, you understand this is something that made me to come to prioritize and probably to advocate for this. However, to a greater extent, we have NTC Muni with very many ethnicities. We have different tribes, and probably as a person who is coming into leadership, I want to advocate and see that probably there is massive unity. And I think the best thing that I would do then, and I know I will go through, is to welcome my political opponents who could have lost and make them to have hopes in life and to have hopes still to be students and teacher trainees of NTC Muni. But I appreciate the fact that today we have peaceful elections. Even probably our supporters, they are peaceful, waiting for the results to be announced.
Some of the students who have earlier on voted here with the Western Television what they are expecting from those who will be declared a winner by the end of the day.
As far as these elections is concerned, I am so much aware that this elections is going to be free and fair because of the unity which is existing within the college. We have not seen any sign of rigging, and what I expect as the outcome, this aspirant of mine, Oriok James Peter, is most likely to go through these elections freely and fairly.
As a voter, I'm really very delighted for this opportunity, because at Muni NTC we have not been having the guild leadership, especially for the day students, and we have been waiting for this time, because we have issues which we are supposed to raise, and these issues we are remaining down at our level because we had